Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, May 26th, and it's time for our weekly What's in the Box. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend, had a beautiful Memorial Day. I myself was able to get out of town for the weekend, take my kids' first full weekend of their summer break, and enjoy some festivities, and take them around and, be kids for a minute. Where we did that at was in Nashville, Indiana, which was beautiful, by the way, if you've never been there. But more importantly, we saw our buddy Barry at Clobberin' Comics. So went over there and enjoyed his grand opening, got to see his store, picked up a handful of goodies for myself as well as a handful of goodies for other people, because I'm always shopping for people. If you are a regular and there's always something that you are looking for, I have no problem with being on the hunt for it. It just causes problems when multiple people are after the same things. Then that becomes a bit of a sticky wicket. But beyond that, it was a great weekend. Had pretty decent weather, all things considered. And I am amped for the beginning of summer and the rest of the events that are going to be coming down the pipeline. Speaking of which, the next event for me is going to be the Strawberry Festival here in Crawfordsville, Indiana. That's where we tend to showcase our more handcrafted items, and enjoy outdoor weather for 3 days. Show off the movie boxes that I make and do, all the hair bows and tutus that my wife makes. And then, just enjoy being outside for 3 days and seeing friends and family and eating my weight in elephant ears and pork tenderloins. It's a good time. It's a good time. And more lemon shakeups than I care to admit. But after that is going to be the Monument Comic Expo coming up July 11th. That is on a Saturday, if I remember correctly. But most importantly, you can see that Mr. John Tyler Christopher is slated to be there. That will be a great event put on by some of my friends, specifically that run comicspriceguide.com, or comicbookpriceguide.com, rather. Yeah. And they know what they're doing. But it'll be fun. John Tyler Christopher, make sure you look him up. He's an Indiana native. Got insanely famous for what are called his negative space variants, where he blends in the background of with the suit of the character. So, for example, you'll have Nightcrawler, who's primarily blue, blend in a blue background. Magneto, whose suit is primarily kind of this reddish purplish color, that'll blend in with him. Wolverine, yellow suit with a yellow background. It's quite breathtaking. Some of them, they're really cool. And some of them are quite pricey. So anyway, he's also done action figure variants where it looks like the characters like on a blister for action figures, an action figure blister. Looks like he's unopened, so those are cool. I'm a little fuzzy right now for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, so those are the upcoming events. Make sure you mark those on your calendar, and then there'll be exciting times for all. As far as today is concerned, for me, I do have about half a short box here to show. There was some crazy, semi-crazy, I should say, items that came in that I was kind of gobsmacked about. They're pretty neat stuff that you don't see every day. So I focused on getting those out the door. But then with this past weekend and kind of summer vacation and stuff, I got distracted quite heavily, so I didn't really pound through a bunch of back issues. But I do have a stack of slabs that came back as well, so I want to make sure to show those off and make sure that those are shown off. Repeating myself. Actually, there's two other books that I forgot to grab. 1 second. Because these items missed last week's video on accident, and I want to make sure that those are shown off because I want to take them home. They belong in my collection because they are some awesome items. But anyway, without further ado, let's go through the short box here. So I grabbed, there was a small stack of Conan. Conan tends to get picked over quite quickly with me because of the several collectors that I have that are looking for Conan books. This one is actually quite rad. This is the first appearance of Elric. So this is Conan the Barbarian number 14. And then that is number 16, 17... I think you kind of get the gist of it here. And then it jumps up to, what is that one? 74, 77, 97, 98, or excuse me, 99. And then this is Marvel Feature, number 3, featuring Red Sonja. And then here is a Red Sonja, number 14. So, again, with the Conans, 14, 16, 17, 22, 50, 74, 77, 90, 97, 99, and then a couple of the Red Sonjas. So, yeah, those are neat. Now, this isn't going to be for everyone. There's only going to be a handful of collectors out there that are going to find these really rad, but I focused on them because of how old they are. Here is a Jack and Jill from 1951. This is a wraparound cover, beautiful condition book. For 1951, I mean, the pages are still white. It looks like they've never been read. For 1951, I mean, that's 70 plus years old, my friends. That's pretty cool. Here is a 4-color Bugs Bunny. Another 4-color Mother Goose Christmas. Here is a Reggie number 3 for those Archie fans out there, but number 3. A lot of these books range from 1947 to 1941. Joe Palooka number 3. Charlie McCarthy. Let's see, this was number 6. This one I'd never even seen before. I thought this was cool. Buster Brown Comics number 19. Lassie number 6. I mean, these don't sell super easily, super crazy, but when you find the right collector, I mean, these are golden age books, man. These are golden age books. Terry Toons, what was that, number 19? 61. Terry Toons number 61, featuring Mighty Mouse. And then we're going to jump into some old westerns. So Hop Along Cassidy, let's see, number 53. And then Gene Autry Comics, that's number 62. That one's number 47. This one's number 19. And then Roy Rogers, so 54, 45, 44, 43, 40, 30, and 29. I mean, again, I know this isn't for everyone. People are like, oh, where's your Fantastic Fours? Where's your Spider-Mans? Well, they're taking a break this week because not all comic books have to be mainstream stuff. I mean, this is awesome, awesome stuff still. Army at War, Sergeant Rock. I found a handful of these. There's GI Combat. Sergeant Fury, Our Fighting Forces. This is Korak, the son of Tarzan, first DC issue. And then that one just slipped in there. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, yeah, so just super cool, Golden Age, like I said, 4-color, Western stuff, the Jack and Jill. That was a gentleman came in, his mother's comic book collection he brought in, and it was just, that's what it was, but super cool. And that, of course, is not everything. Here are some big boy books. How about a 4-color Donald Duck? That is just excellent condition. I put this around a 6.0 for condition. Another 4-color Mickey Mouse. Surprised it didn't. That's hasn't got canceled yet. If you saw the cover, early adaptation of Pinocchio. Again with the Disney, Three Little Pigs. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of a chinny chin chin. Another classic Donald Duck. And then this is a big boy book. Howdy Doody. Now, some of you may not know who Howdy Doody is, but he was a puppet, kids show predecessor, if you will, kind of a spearheading the whole industry back in the 50s, maybe even the 40s. I'm not entirely sure what how early he started, but for you mainstream guys, if you watch the first Back to the Future movie, when Michael J. Fox wakes up in Doc Brown's house, the TV clicks on and goes, "It's time for Howdy Doody," and then they're like, "It's Howdy Doody time." So there's your mainstream connection. But anyway, Howdy Doody, this is number 1. Super scarce, super hard to find. That is pretty cool. I'm actually considering getting this graded just because of how rare it is. It's one of those things, when people ask me about what to get graded, I always tell them stuff to get signed to validate the signature and to preserve the signature. Which leads me into the next thing, which is preservation. So things that are, really, really old, and, may or may not stand the test of time. Maybe they've already got some damage done to them, and you want to try to do your best to kind of stop that, and then try to keep something in its current state for as long as humanly possible. That's when I will grade something. It's for sheer preservation tactics, because we want to pass stuff on to the next generation. We want people to appreciate what we appreciated as kids. And when I'm, 60, 70, 80 years old, that book, standard bag and board, may not take it, and it may not last. Or maybe that box gets wet, maybe that box gets lost. And that sucks, because that's another book that has been lost to time. But if you slab it and take care of it, then the odds are in your favor that they will last, right? Now, slabs. Are you ready for some slabs? Here is starting strong, Iron Fist number 14. Or wait, no, we've done these. We have totally already done these. Yes, we've totally. I grabbed the wrong stack. I'll be right back. I grabbed the wrong stack. The wrong stack of books. Books. Wrong stack of books. Wrong stack of books. Again, I'm a little fuzzy this morning. Not sure where my head's at. But where we are starting today, how about a Batman 323 autographed by Julie Newmar? This is my book. My book. All of this stuff has been signed. Most of it, 90% of it, has been signed stuff. Yeah. That's cool, right? Julie Newmar signed Batman book. How about X-Men number 135, signed by Mr. Chris Claremont, the god of the X-Men, if you will. Has been accredited for pretty much everything X-Men related for quite some time. Staying on the X-Men kick, these are my books. I got these, again, with the preservation. I thought they would look cool. This is X-Men 221. This is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister, but it is dual signed by Chris Claremont and Mark Silvestri. So the author and the artist on that one. And then going through the same vein, how about X-Men 222, also signed by Chris Claremont and Mark Silvestri. When I sent these in, I was very much I was just in the heat of the moment of the X-Men stuff, and I was like, those need to go. So anyway, those are my books. Here is another one of my books. This is a Thor 337, signed by Walt Simonson, newsstand copy. I found this at a dollar bin in Half Price Books in Seattle a number of years ago, but not bad for $1, right? And then these are going to be, well, I guess if we're going to stick with the stuff that's mine, I have to hold these two up together because they look so beautiful together. Here is Detective Comics 871 and Detective Comics 880, side by side. They're twinsies, as somebody has pointed out. I submitted these with all the other Absolute Batman books. While you guys are getting Absolute Batman signed, I was getting these signed. And you may say, why, Mike? Why did you get those signed instead of Absolute Batman? That is the top dog right now. Well, the reason being is because 871 right here, that is the first Scott Snyder Batman work. So that's when he started all of his Batman stuff, was right there. And then, for obvious reasons, that's also the first team-up of Snyder and Jock. Huge Jock fan, absolute huge Snyder fan, and I had to have this. I had to have it dual signed. I had to have it signed by both of them. But a 9.6 with a custom label, just a beautiful book. And then everybody should know what this one is. So Detective 880, again with the dual signature with Snyder and Jock. This book has been slowly climbing for a number of years now. That one is one of my all-time favorite books, cover-wise, the art, all of it. All of it. I love it. If I were able to get that tattooed somehow, I would do it. I mean, that'd be a cool shoulder piece, like right here, and having the bats come up my neck, or something, and have the grimacing face, right there in just the meat of my chest. It would be so cool. And then that would, I'm working on Joker sleeve, so it would just continue down into the Joker sleeve. So just here over, and then I have all these bats up my neck. Make it happen. Who wants to do it? Tattoo artist, message me. If you think you can do it, let's make it happen. Moving on. So these books are, these are not mine. These are customers of mine. Spectacular Spider-Man 200, signed by Sal Buscema, who tragically passed away just a few months ago. So he wanted to get that submitted and authenticated and slabbed, again, for preservation's sake. This one, Marvel Team Up 141, came back a 5, which is a little rough for this book. You can find a lot of better copies. But it's autographed by Art Adams, which is pretty cool. So again, getting it authenticated and getting it slabbed. And then last, but certainly not least, everybody should know what this one is. Hulk, number 340, classic cover. This one is signed by Peter David, who also passed away recently. So again, getting things preserved. But this is a big book. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I mean, it's a big book in general, but then having a Peter David signature on it makes it that much cooler. I mean, personally, I would almost, if I ever had the chance to see Todd McFarlane. I would crack that SOB so fast and get a Todd McFarlane signature on it. And then that book, that would be primo at that point. Now this book is for sale. This book will be for sale. This one will go into my case as soon as we are done talking here on my virtualization of me talking to you via video. But this one's pretty cool. Rogue Savage Land, number 5, JScottCampbell.com exclusive, signed by Mr. J. Scott Campbell himself. Rogue is a pretty girl. That is a pretty cover. Beautiful signature right there. He knows what he's doing, right? Cool back. You get all kind of the artist interpretations and kind of sketchiness of what he was going for with his covers there. But anyway, this one will be for sale. I don't have a price on it yet, but you can message me if you are curious about it. But yes, JScottCampbell.com edition, autographed by Mr. Campbell himself. And then last, but surely not least, this book is, well, it might be for sale, but it's not through me. This is another customer of mine. Monster Madness number 1, classic Frankenstein cover there. He says, Mabel, the Ajax turned blue. I'm sure that's a reference to something that was that would have made sense at the time. Cultural time-locked reference right there, right? Anyway, but that's cool, right? So, it's a lot of stuff, a lot going on. Look, it's spilling over into the video. There's so much stuff going on. If you're interested in any of it, by all means, let me know. Just to throw it out there, I got a PS3 today. It's a slim body. That'll be for sale today as well. I took it home, got it play tested, wiped it, got the update put on it. It works like a dream. But if you're looking for a PS3, there's one available. So anyway, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. It is Tuesday. What's in the box? These things just look so beautiful side by side. Showing you one more time. Anyway, you guys enjoyed. Have a good day. Excelsior.